Hello. I think the video just started recording. We're on the saddle at the moment. Better get out of the road before I get run over. Today we're not doing roads, we're doing the coast path. But I thought I'd just duck back onto this bit. Oh, a whole milk carton. Margarine tub. Do you like how I say margarine? Oh, it's actually Greek style natural yogurt. I'm going to annoy everyone watching this video today with mispronouncing words. I was going to start the video on this railway bridge, but we're returning here to the coast path. Goodrington Sands, which is half a mile away, believe it or not. And we're now going to take the coast path to Broadsands, but we're also going to go into the field over here first. Did I miss this coming up this way? This is the steam railway, which goes from Paignton to Dartmouth. I kept on talking about, oh, that's a mushroom. I thought it was rubbish, but that's a mushroom. Bit of nature for you. Yeah, oh, some nice baby stinging nettles here. Delicious. Delicious treat. There's your Goodrington Sands. This is what it was all about. I timed it really badly though. It's pretty slow, isn't it? Get a new battery, mate. That's it for you. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that we'd see the train pass us at some point. I was sort of thinking it'd be cool at the viaduct, which is later, but this was perfect. So I'm going to cut in some nice aerial drone footage of that steam train running into Dartmouth. Yeah, there's 3 dog food bags here. I'm not going to bag these because the bin is just up here and I don't want to carry 3, oh, I can smell that a little bit. I don't want to be carrying 3 fresh turds. Ew. There's actually another one in the nettles below the bin. That's the bit that really makes me mad. When we used to come on holiday here, yeah, we used to go on the steam train, and the steam train terminates on one side of the river, and then you take a ferry off into the town. The actual train station in Dartmouth is on the other side of the river. I think it's like one of the only train stations in the country that doesn't have a rail line attached to it. It's kind of a weird thing. It's very nice. I was just reminiscing then and I nearly missed this Toy Story. That's an ice cream top. Thank you. We've talked about doing the coast path a bunch of times, and all of my previous videos have been lovely sunny days, and now I'm finally doing the coast path, and you have these amazing dark clouds looming. Now we are at the top of Sugarloaf. It's like, you know, litter. It's lovely. It's hard because obviously if I point at something, it's not going to be in your eye line. But up there are the steps that I recorded by hand from the previous video. We've got Waterside Holiday Park. Pretty nice and clean because they maintain it, obviously. Don't know the name of this headland. Some people call the rock. There's a big rock out there that they call Devil's Armchair. And then the bay goes back in. You can see another headland there, and then right at the end of that is Albury Cove, and it'll just look like a kind of, there's an old bathhouse built on the sea. It's a lovely ruin. That's the goal today. I wanted to do this route. It's really important to me. Obviously it's a big part of nature. The coast path is really important that it is kept clean because we are immediately in the sea. There are so many unique forms of life. Although once a volcano, always a volcano. There's a bottle cap here. Can I dig you out of the Birra Moretti? Wow, 1855. This has been here for 200 years. That's a little joke. That's a little beer joke for you. There's the end of Salton Cove as it comes out onto this headland. Not a lot of rubbish. I'm really happy so far. How does this steep view do for people's motion sickness, I wonder? Tomato. It's a little sauce sachet there, blended in, looks like a leaf. We haven't actually got very much rubbish at all. The most rubbish I picked was on the path up before we started recording. Shout out to content creators. The first will be me and the Plastic Sea. This is a local. She lives in Brixham, which is what we're walking towards. And she does do some of the route we're doing today. Does a lot of like recycling, and she takes like the plastic and things she's found on the beach and turns it often into little like ornaments and gifts and things, so very cool. But I'll share her page, probably Instagram. She's on the Doris links already. She is one of the organising members, the Torbay Cleaner Coasts group, who do a lot of beach cleans. Now unfortunately, every single beach clean they have done that I'm aware of has always been on a day where I have been at work or at the theatre, and Sunday makes sense. Most community groups do stuff on Sundays. So Hannah does a lot of stuff locally. She's done multiple 24-hour litter picks where she's gone across pretty much the entirety of the bay. She's done some amazing stuff. The other person I wanted to give a little shout out to, while I remember, was, I want to say Chasing Litter. I might have his username wrong. He will also be in Doris. It's a new channel I only discovered like a week ago. The first video of his I saw, he was running a 5k whilst litter picking. Very cool. I get out of breath just, walking down a hill, so running is not for me. It's always good to see a new person. On the other side of this fence, unfortunately, is the rail line. Although it's really high up there, you probably wouldn't be at too much risk. Bit of a hill. We do love this path. Always another hill to go up and down. Pipe lagging, in case you want to keep your pipes warm. Oh, there's a bin here, but I think this bin belongs to the holiday park. So that's the path we have to go up. We are going to go under this railway bridge. I'm stood between two bins here. Cadbury's Cream Egg. So there's this little bin, which just feels silly to have like an open top bin like this. But they've also got some nice dog poo bins. Oh, is that a floss? That's a little flossing tool. I'll probably regret walking to the end of this path. If you want to know why we're on this field and we're not walking up the main path just yet, can you see these stairs that just go straight up? And it's so steep, it's horrible. I wish this path here still existed. But it's mostly like gone in the car. Oh, look at this. Oh, we did make a good choice to come here. We are about to go through some brambles. We are once again repping Waterhall's reinforced bag to protect our... Oh yeah, we got Coke cans, we got dog poo bags. We've hit a jackpot here. I'm not sure I'm going to fit. I have actually left my secateurs at home, but I wouldn't want to cut this path open because this is not really a path people, oh my god, should be taking. I'm going to drop the bag, walk forward a bit, and then try and tick towards the bag. Yeah, for a path that is closed to the public, this is pretty shocking. Yeah, so obviously some stuff will come here a little bit in the winter. A lot of these brambles aren't going to disappear. The stuff doesn't die back, but a lot of dog poo bags, which is really a shame. Wow, aren't I lucky to walk a dog here? You know, some people have to walk their dogs basically in car parks because of where they live. Golden Wonder. Only time I see Golden Wonder, I'm like, oh, those don't exist anymore. That must be really old. But they do. Wow. Okay, well, my bag survived. I'm not sure I have. That's horrendous. Just to show you, the picker itself got so caught in the brambles that it's undone. That's quite a lot of force. Oh, it's upside up. Imagine breaking the litter picker. I'll just go home. There's a lot of buried stuff there. Right, I thought I saw a little thing, but it might have been a feather. Are you natural? Oh, I think it's a bit of cuttlefish bone or plastic. No, that's from cuttlefish, I reckon. That's nice. I don't know how well you're picking up the sun shining over in Torquay. Kind of. A little bit over on Roundham Head.
Well done, you've got some in the bag, haven't you?
I thought it's probably not worth coming down here because it's a dead end.
Yeah. It's a lovely
lovely spot. But I'm amazed, like you though, wherever you go, there's litter.
Yeah.
Even every side of the road.
Yeah.
you go,
Well,
most of it's McDonald's.
I've got two phones. Which,
Wow.
I've
I don't know say that's a burner phone.
Well, you can see this.
Otherwise
This
a
one is
burner.
housed together with duct tape. But
yeah.
I've got two second-hand phones, but I use
all
one
that
for
before.
on a tripod.
Yeah,
I'll
she
go
comes
down
out.
the
Also, this
side.
rubbish chucked on the sea tape, so you do.
I said I picked up what, and my real pet hate are vapes,
Mm.
and
There's
they
loads
just
chucked
chuck
up
them
on.
down, and the boxes, and I'm thinking, oh, if animals or even pigs pick this up, it's wrong.
I will just go up onto the main road and then straight
Then
down,
walk
so I'm
back,
not up and down a
Not more
headland.
like that.
Then you'll see all the bus stops.
Yeah, we are on the hill now. I just stopped, had a lovely chat with a couple who were on holiday, and they were talking about the rubbish that they find in the spots they live and all of the rest. Oh, here's a bit. Is this a bag? Oh, it's a poo bag. I used to cycle to work 5 days a week, 9-hour shift on my feet, didn't even have a chair. We worked in a showroom with a attached warehouse which had like tiles, bathroom equipment, bags of adhesive. Everything was like 15 kilos plus. Such a physical job. And then I'd cycle home at the end of the day. And I don't know when I stopped being physically... Look how steep the step is. Look at this little view. A lovely spot. I was hoping to get another steam train. It's got to be coming home soon. That would have been a good spot to be for it. Oh, there's a bench. If that's a bench, Wrigley's extra chewing gum. That's the problem. Oh, wait, come back. Train, steam train. It's a legal requirement that you wave at the steam train. No matter, they probably can't see me because I'm too far up. Bottle of Fair Trade Cooperative Rosé. I just ran down 5 steps to see the steam train. I should have dropped the rubbish bag and ran down. No, it's a requirement that you wave at the steam train when it passes. If you're ever on a steam train, when it passes the beach or the fields and there are people watching, you wave. Where that originated from, I don't know why we do it. Maybe it's one of those universal human things that humans do. Maybe it's a weird quintessential British behaviour. Kids on holiday, like a family with their young children, and they wave at the steam train, or the steam train, they're on the steam train and they wave and no one waves back. That would be heartbreaking. You know, it's part of the magic. Look at this. This is someone's house. This is like their garden gate onto the coast path. So cool. It's like the secret garden, which is a lovely story. Don't you love like finding the kind of magic in things like that? Yeah, no, I had a comment on a previous video recently. I think it was the Clennon Woods video, where someone said you didn't pick very much litter, so it was a waste of time. And I'm hoping they meant it was a waste of my time doing it and not a waste of their time watching. And if it was a waste of their time watching, I guess they won't be back, so I don't have to worry. If they meant it was a waste of my time, then just know every piece of litter. If this is all I pick today, it's not a waste of my time. It might not be a great video for you. Hopefully you get to enjoy the sea views and the rest of it, the steam trains. What a gorgeous place to live. They get this view. If you live up there, you get to look out over this. While we're on the flat, I wanted to talk a bit about the plan. The plan is still once a fortnight on the videos, but I am working on a few videos, sitting and talking to a camera about some topics. Some of these are for social media. I'm going to be putting some reels and things onto Facebook and Instagram. I have just made a TikTok. There will be a lot of extra stuff coming out. Is that mushroom or polystyrene? That's crumpled up paper. There'll be lots of content coming out on different channels, and I will absolutely be mixing up the style of different things. And I completely understand if people aren't as interested in some of it, if you're just here for watching litter picking. Here's a old can of Monster Ripper. This must be old. I wonder if we can read the date on it. February 2014. I used to love Monster Ripper. I don't know if you can even buy it anymore. Never see it in the shops. I probably wouldn't enjoy it now because I don't like sugar drinks. I only like the sugar-free. I do tend to enjoy energy drinks still though. I know that's probably like a bad thing to admit as a litter picker because that's like, oh hey, because of our friends Red Bull and Monster being the consistent bane of our lives. I drink them, I don't litter them. There was once a bench here. Oh, look at these. Are these, what kind of berry is that? Oh, these aren't blueberries, Logan berry or slow berry or something else. Those ones don't look great either. Can I get that can? Oh! Look at that. Oops. And then throw it on the floor again. Always nice to reach something that you didn't think you could. Oh, I could just slide down this rail, couldn't I? Mary Poppins it. Well, in Mary Poppins they slid up the rail, which I do not possess the ability to do, unfortunately. That's the bridge the railway goes on. Many years ago in the UK, we banned free carrier bags, which meant shops could no longer give plastic bags to customers for their shopping for free. They had to charge them a fee for the privilege. This sign could do with some colouring in. It says ball games prohibited, right? Where? Please don't play football on this tiny patch of grass. We banned carrier bags, and since that happened, and I will put something on screen because I'm going to get the number wrong now, I'm like tired and dehydrated. I think it is 97% reduction in the amount of carrier bags that shops are giving out. A 97% reduction. Oh, here's the viaduct. Hang on, for you to get a view of this, I just have to lie down on my back so you can see how big this bridge is. Ta-da! It's pretty big. It's dripping as well. Little can of lager. Oh, it's Estrella Dam. Delicious, maybe. Or disgusting, depending on if you like it or not, I guess. See that little sticking out bit? That headland there is where the steps used to come down. There's a little bit of rubbish under this bench of Freddo, caramel Freddo. Delicious. I'd quite enjoy a caramel chocolate. What's that triangle called? Toblerone. I think it's a bit like a Toblerone. But now whenever I pick up a chocolate wrapper, I'm like, oh man, I wish I had chocolate. Ooh, fish bucket. Is that a big heavy bag? So this is where all the beach huts used to live, and as the beach huts get removed, all of the rubbish that used to be in between and behind and beneath them is exposed. It's only going to get worse. It's getting heavy suddenly. After the hill, I guess. This is my fun job. Yeah.
You do it
just for me, yeah. It's nice. This is actually the first time I've ever been doing a video pick, and I bumped into people. Although a couple of them have been people I know, customers from work and stuff, which is nice. But that's a filthy glove. For a second I thought that was a jellyfish. So the reason I don't like Broadsun's Beach, by the way, is this sheer drop. Although as far as I know, no one's ever like fallen off or been injured. But like how is that even, especially in like, you know, people say health and safety gone mad, but then you come here and it's like, oh no, you can just dive into the beach if you want. It's been nice. It's been a lot slower going because I've stopped to talk to more people, but it's like positive, but things are improving, and I do think things are improving. And I don't know if that's because more people are actively tackling it, or because less people are causing it in the first. Oh, the little milk container! I can't reach it. I did this at night a long time ago, and I actually cleaned the buoys. We'll go and look at that buoy. We cleaned some graffiti off the buoys. Some little semi-permanent chalets here. This is obviously rubbish that's part of the business that's here. That's not a problem. I came in here. It must have been February, because I remember I put my bag, and I think I put the camera down on this bench, and there was like frost everywhere, and we cleaned this because up here was this silvery graffiti, and you can still see like a tiny bit of silver there. A little bit of sugar sachets, cafe waste. Oh, so back to our recycling, because I know I keep on talking. The Venus. Yeah, so recycling changes to the law in the UK. So people often will talk about the deposit return scheme. The deposit and return scheme, which I for ages was abbreviating to DNR, which is do not resuscitate, but I've definitely commented on people's YouTube videos like, yeah, I do think that DNR will help. So apologies to anyone who thought I was wishing them ill based on my inability to abbreviate. Oh, this is good. Why don't we have these at Goodrington and Paignton? This is a much better bin. Yeah, this is nice. This is actually Torbay. Oh, that's Torquay, so they should have got a more local picture, really. But Broadsands doesn't look good from an aerial shot. No offence to Broadsands. This is why the Torbay tourist board doesn't like me. Naked. I'm kind of glad most of the rubbish wasn't on that bit of coast path. Deposit return scheme is due to come to the UK 2027, right? It has been due for like, that's a really big dog poo bag. What kind of dog does a poo that big? What's that dog been eating? No, so depositive return scheme. The depositive return scheme will absolutely make a difference, and I've no doubt about it, but it's still a while away. But we have something coming a little bit sooner. Whoa, this says a sudden drop warning here, but not for the rest of the beach. But like, this isn't a sudden drop because there's a wall in the way. But over there you can just fall off. I was only here to make a joke about the sign, but now I've seen all this graffiti, I'm obliged to remove it. So I shall. Hopefully it'll all come off in a single wipe. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh yeah. I'll have to use a second wipe. I'm going to use one wipe to agitate, and then the other to remove, I think. Because that purple is not going to lift easy. Okay, this is what we do. How we make it better. Like I said to that couple about like, I don't just want to pick up rubbish, I want to make stuff look nicer. Because I do think it is an impression that you give, and it's an impression that people take away from something. That this is covered in graffiti means the bush behind me is free game to litter, you know? That's how I kind of interpret this. And they just don't realise the impact that doing silly stuff like this has. Like, long term, you degrade an area to the point that it's less valuable. And this is an important, I keep on saying I'm not a fan of this beach. Kind of joking, it's not the beach, it's not my beach, but this is a really important part of our tourism. This is an important part of the economy locally. Anyway, thank you Urban Easy Off Graffiti Wipes, pocket size.
You're not going back?
I am, yeah.
Oh, well done you. Yeah, I mean, I pick up a lot of stuff as well, you know, like when they have those parties up there. And off the beach in the winter.
Yeah.
But that guy doing it in the summer was really good this year. But the thing with the sea itself and the beach is quite difficult because obviously stuff gets blown in, but also the fishermen chuck in.
There's a lot.
Sometimes, not often, but sometimes there'll be like crates and then loads of like fishing boat stuff. You think, oh, someone pushed that in, or maybe it got washed over.
Bags made from recycled sails. This company, Waterhaul, they get rope fishing gear out of the ocean, turn it into a plastic, which they make. So obviously it's aluminium, but all the plastic on this is from the water. The same with the hoop. Yeah. They make a lot of stuff, and they just do it from basically rope and fishing gear. You'll notice it's a lot gloomier now. It's really getting late. I've just stopped to talk to a lot of people because some really nice conversations, and I may have just I just gave this guy the Waterhaul discount, like, hey, use my affiliate code. That's an empty bottle. And a lot of the locals who, like myself, weren't born and raised here, who have lived in cities and other places that are much, much worse, and therefore know how lucky they are to be in a place like this in the first place and how important it is we look after it. So yeah, it's nice. There's the bathhouse. This is what I was telling. This is close to where I planned to stop, to be honest. Fun little fact about Albury Cove. One of Agatha Christie's murder mysteries was inspired by, or actually takes place here. I can't remember which of those facts is true. I'll finish this video while we still got light. But this talks about the seagrass, which is Albury Cove has the second largest seagrass meadow in Torbay, stretching from the cove itself all the way around the headland to Broadson's Beach. Seagrass is incredibly important, and there's not a lot of it in the UK's coast. We've lost over half of it in the last century, and they're trying to conserve it and increase it. It's not as good a view as it would have been when it was sunny. But we'll go along a little bit. Is that just blood orange? I never tried that in the end. I saw a lot of comments recently that people really like plastic bottles being emptied. But maybe you'll enjoy the rattly pebbles when we had some reduced. Oh my god, I cannot lift this bottle. Oh, anecdotally, I would say since they started attaching bottle caps to bottles, when I pick up bottles, they almost always have their caps attached now. In the grand old scheme of things, is that making a huge difference? Maybe not, but I like to think it is. We had in the UK, our milk bottles were always colour coded. Once they started doing plastic milk anyway, they had this colour coded cap system. Semi-skimmed is green, whole is blue, and skimmed, which is weird because no one drinks that, is that, oh, I was going to go down this path. You can see these lights on this headland. That's the lights outside the pub. That's where I've got to get back to. It's quite far. We're not going to record all that. It's quite a good beach to go swimming from. It's a bit more sheltered. There's very little wind. And I think the water is slightly warmer there, but also it gets deep pretty quickly, which is a plus for people. You don't have to leave the shore very far to get in and swim. And here's why. That looks like a Greggs baked goods bag, paper and plastic. That's one of the things this new legislation will basically make companies have to pay more for. Remind you, they live in the countryside, and that we share this world with a lot of animals, wild animals, nature, the sea, the birds. Got quite a nice sunset I think tonight, but because we're so below all the hills, we're not seeing the sunset. We're just seeing the light disappear. We didn't pick a lot of rubbish, but we did clean some graffiti off a sign, and also one of the life buoys there. We talked to a good half dozen people, nice conversations, really positive impression of this area overall. And yeah, it is literally dark, it's night time now. I do need to end the video, so sorry it wasn't hugely litter picky. We have got a couple of bits of side content that I'm working on, so if you're interested, there'll be stuff I'm not posting to YouTube that will be going on to either Instagram or Facebook. It will be the same content for those two as Reels. There'll also be content going on to TikTok. Some of that will be the same, some of it will be unique for TikTok because TikTok has a very strange audience. Hey, it's the number 12 bus. That is it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in a fortnight, unless you check out stuff on the other channels. But I hope everyone is good, have a lovely life, etc. Thanks for watching, goodbye.